Yeah, unless I don't mind, right? I'm not going to eat frozen meats from a supermarket, but if you've bought a chicken for, say, for example, right, or a piece of meat, whatever it may be, and it's got like you've got it on like maybe on the reduced section, and it's going to go off tomorrow. Now, I don't mind freezing it down, say, and you're going to use it in within like a week or 2 weeks. I mean, that's not bad, but it's when you like buy stuff, freeze it down, and don't have it for months on end, and then it just, you know, has a freezer burn on it and then loses quality. It's not too bad having short periods of time freezing things down if you want to kind of extend the shelf life of certain things. That's not too bad. It's just the fact that when you buy pre-frozen stuff like that, I don't like. I don't think I ever buy any pre-frozen stuff unless it's maybe sometimes berries or some maybe sweet corn or peas. That's the extent of me buying frozen food. I don't buy anything else really. I can't think of anything else that I actually do buy frozen. We just don't do it. We just buy fresh food all the time. And to be honest with you, it's not actually that expensive compared to if you buy everything else. I think it's probably another what? It's not even that. I don't see the difference. I really don't. It's not that much more, to be honest, buying fresh than frozen. I'm falling asleep all the time today. No problem, Fina. If you fall asleep, it's cool. It's a Sunday. It's a chill day, so it's not a problem. I even have certain standards of where I buy my meat now. Carbohydrate sources are a little different. Yeah, I mean, it's good to have a good quality supplier from where you get your meats and things from. If you don't, you know, it does get worrying. It's like, where's the meat come from? What have they been feeding on? And such and such. So it is good to know what you're actually eating. Because if you don't know what you're putting in your bodies, that's a little bit worrying, isn't it? So, you know, definitely need to know what you definitely eating there. So what we're going to do is bring the little plate back so you can have a little ganders. So that was our little dish so far this morning, which I'm very happy with. I'm going to be plating up the next dish now, the salmon one, or cooking more than anything. Checking my finger, it's okay, it's fine. Righty ho, so we're going to get on with the celeriac mash. So I'm going to get the celeriac out now. The celeriac's a little soft, so I'm hoping it's okay. We'll soon see. Let's have a look. Where is my sharp knife? Oh, it's there behind me.
Hold the presses. I'm back, chef.
Hold the presses. I'm back, chef. Welcome back, Star Spirit. You got yourself another glass of wine. Good morning, morning, chef. I was wondering, do you use tahini? I don't really use tahini, no. Especially if I know you use it mainly for like what's it called? Oh God, I can't think of the name now. What's the chickpea thing called? Oh my God, I can't think of the name of it now. Hummus. There we go. Got there in the end. Yeah, you're using for like hummus and stuff. I know you use tahini for that, but no, I don't really use it because it's got quite a lot of fat and oil in it, which isn't really too good. So I'm kind of trying to avoid it. Why? What are you thinking of making? Maybe I can help elaborate or replace something for that. Tahini, it's used for like making hummus and like other things. Hey chef, just a quick one yesterday. You dipped the chicken in plain flour, then egg, then your mix. What was the pre-flour stage? Never done that before. Agonized, how you doing, my friend? Welcome back. Yeah, basically all I had was wholemeal flour. You can spice up the flour if you really want to. You can add seasoning to it. You can spice up the breadcrumbs. You can really play around with the flavors as much as you want. Yesterday, all I did, I didn't spice the flour up. I just kept it plain. But I did add paprika and I did add natural sea salt to the wholemeal. So I coated that, and so egg, flour, and then into the breadcrumbs. Now, if they weren't coating, I'd just chuck it back into the flour and then back into the egg to double kind of coat it a little bit better. But you can also add the what's it called? God, I'm really bad with my words today. Oh my God, I'm just totally lost for what I was about to say. Through one ear and out the other, as Chef says. What was I going to elaborate on? I was going to elaborate on something, and then I've just it's gone again. Oh yeah, sorry. What I was going to say, it's just come back to me now. With the breadcrumbs as well, I got them extra crispy by blending them up like a day before or 2 days before, and then just letting it dry out in the air. Because these breadcrumbs, they weren't store-bought breadcrumbs, but they were actually artisan bread. So I blended that up, and they dry out so they don't go moldy. So yeah, definitely let them dry out and let them get crispy, and then they'll make a better crisp when you bake them off. A salad dressing, but I didn't know it is full of fat. Yeah, tahini's quite, if you look on the back, it's got quite a bit of, I'm pretty sure tahini is. I might be wrong with this. Just have a look on the back of tahini. I'm pretty sure. I don't think I've ever used tahini in a dressing. That's a new one for me though. But if you are using it, just use like very small amounts of it. Just don't go too crazy. But I've never used it in a dressing, so that'll be a new one on me for sure. Let me know how that pans out. Would like to know how it comes out. No sir, my internet went down, but I see how Chef really feels about me. I guess no wine is allowed. Sad face. Yeah, what's a lower fat or more healthy salad dressing? I guess without the oil, I suppose you could use extra virgin olive oil, but you're not really changing the fat values. It's just more of a healthy fat rather than you still have fat in it. What else? I suppose you could do like a water vinaigrette by adding a small amount of water, a small amount of extra virgin olive oil to it, a small amount of vinegar, whisk it up with a little bit of Dijon mustard, maybe put a squeeze of lemon juice in there, and you can whisk that up and use that as a dressing. That's a great alternative for a healthier dressing. I don't really use dressings, to be honest with you. Maybe I've just got used to not using them, but I suppose that'll be a great different type of dressing to a healthier one. So make a water dressing. It's quite nice. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of a water dressing. Oh, noted. Thanks for that. Yeah, sorry, I lurk a bit and take notes a lot. That's okay, my friend. Don't ever apologise. You're more than welcome to ask as much as you want. Feel free. So, what we're gonna do? Oh, excuse me. Got some gas now, drinking all that water. Right. Yes, right, I know what I'm going to do with this now. So, we're going to cook this down into almond milk. Wow, this knife is very sharp right now. I don't know why. Maybe because you sharpened it this morning, Chef? Possibly. Right, so let's take the bottom bits off. Sometimes I mix olive oil and balsamic vinegar and garlic and honey for a salad dressing. Yeah, that's a good one. Just be careful with the balsamic vinegar because they can be very sugary. So if you're going to use it very sparingly. Don't go too crazy with it because that's very high in sugar, balsamic vinegar. I kind of avoid using that. Just use normal vinegar. It's got no sugar or any kind of values in it. So, you know, don't get me wrong. Balsamic vinegar is very delicious, but if you're looking for a healthier option, then do that. I mean, don't get me wrong, if you fancy using a bit, go ahead, use some, you know? I'm not going to say like, oh no, you can't use it, but just bearing in mind, there is sugars in balsamic, just so you know. Homemade, certainly is Warbot. Thanks, that sounds pretty good. Awesome. I sometimes, yeah. It really is. Just put them in and container and shake it, and it's good for a few days. Yeah, it's always good. Thanks. Look into a water dressing. Yeah, you can add herbs to the water dressing as well. Rosemary, some thyme, and garlic and whatnot, and just let it sit for a few days. Same with what Cinder's kind of saying, but obviously without the balsamic vinegar. But you add water to it. Slightly similar, but slightly different. For the marinating process, kind of similar. Olive oil and balsamic garlic dip for homemade pizza bread. Frugasm, yeah, very delicious. Nice to have those things though now and again, for sure. Not kind of a thing I kind of eat all the time, but yeah, very delicious, True Gamer. So, I don't know if you guys have ever tried celeriac. It's a very delicious alternative to potato. And what did I get a small pan for? Let's get a big pan, shall we? Shall we make life a little bit easier? There we go. So, top this up with some almond milk, and we're going to top it up with water. Kind of similar to the sweet corn what we used, but not quite. Well, pretty much similar. But we're going to do this slightly different. So, there we go. Pop this down here, and top this up with water, and we're going to pop this onto the stove. So I'm going to put this on to like a medium-ish high heat. If it starts bubbling over a little bit, just turn it right down. Good morning everyone, Matrix, how's it going my friends? How are you doing? How are things? Oh my god, already lol. Yep, we did our first dish this morning. We did our lovely Dreadhead, how's it going? Oh my god, we need shout outs. Matrix, give yourself a shout out. Dreadhead, can we get a shout out for Dreadhead as well? How are you doing this morning, Dreadhead? Good morning to you, my friend.